Charlie Sheen is planning his television comeback and mending fences along the way. The actor was famously fired from his hit sitcom, 2.5 Men, and instigated a feud with the show's creator, Chuck Lorre, in the aftermath as he struggled with addiction issues. Now, Sheen and Lorre are working on a new series, the second added to actor's roster as he continues a slow and steady return to the public eye. Here's a breakdown of the star's journey from the highs, the lows, and his life in between. Sheen is the youngest son and third child of Martin Sheen's 4 children. Born Carlos Erwin Estevez, he changed his name to Charlie Sheen before beginning his career, not unlike his father, who was born Ramon Antonio Gerardo Estevez. After a couple small parts in 1980s film classics like Red Dawn and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sheen earned his breakout role in Oliver Stone's Vietnam War movie, Platoon. The next year he appeared in Stone's drama, Wall Street, alongside his dad. He also later starred with his brother, Emilio Estevez, in Young Guns. Sheen demonstrated his comedy skills in The Major League and Hot Shots films, before landing a role on the sitcom, Spin City, in 2000. He replaced Michael J. Fox's character for the final 2 seasons. It was his first major TV role, for which he earned a Golden Globe for Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Series, Comedy or Musical. Throughout his life, Sheen has been viewed as a bit of a Hollywood bad boy, due to various legal and addiction issues, as well as a string of girlfriends, some of whom were adult film actresses. In 1990, he allegedly shot his then-fiancée, Kelly Preston, in the arm. In 2016, Sheen claimed she had done it herself. The exact situation remains unclear, but their engagement ended shortly thereafter. Sheen married his first wife, Donna Peel, in 1995. But that same year, the due date star was named as a client of Hollywood Madam Heidi Fleiss and testified at her tax evasion trial. A year later, Peel and Sheen divorced. In 1998, Sheen suffered a stroke after overdosing on cocaine, which he admitted, in a 2004 interview with The Telegraph, that he had been injecting. After he was discharged from the hospital, his father reported him for violating parole for a previous offense, which forced Sheen to check into rehab at the time. In 2003, Sheen was cast alongside fellow 80s star John Cryer on the CBS sitcom, 2.5 Men. The sitcom had Sheen playing a slight riff on himself, a semi-reformed, bad boy, living with his recently divorced brother and nephew. The show was a hit, earning millions of viewers week to week, and collecting 9 Primetime Emmy Awards during its run. Sheen was nominated 4 times for his work on the show. He was also the highest-paid actor on television at the time, earning $1.8 million per episode by the show's 8th season. However, during that season, the actor's personal troubles began to affect his work on the series. At the beginning of 2011, Sheen voluntarily entered rehab, his 3rd time in a year, and the production went on hiatus. In February, the remainder of the season was cancelled after Sheen called series creator Lorre a turd and a clown. By March, the actor was fired from 2.5 Men after continued erratic behavior and interviews, including the now infamous 2020 appearance where he claimed to have tiger blood and Adonis DNA. He also went on Twitter rants, repeatedly using the catchphrase, "winning," and even livestreamed his thoughts on a Ustream.tv livestream show called Sheen's Corner, recorded at his home, which he dubbed Sober Valley Lodge. After his firing, Sheen continued his feud with Laurie, suing him and Warner Bros., the studio behind 2.5 Men, for wrongful termination, after demanding a 50% raise before his dismissal from the show. 2.5 Men continued without Sheen. Ashton Kutcher came aboard as a new character, and Sheen's character was supposedly killed off between seasons 8 and 9. In the series finale, Sheen's character returned briefly, played by a stand-in and not interacting with the main cast, only to be killed off for real when a helicopter dropped a grand piano on him. After a turbulent year, Sheen returned to television in 2012 on the FX series, Anger Management. For that series, he earned $2 million an episode. Anger Management ran for 100 episodes between 2012 and 2014 before being cancelled. In 2015, Sheen announced he was HIV positive and had been since 2011. In an interview on Today, the actor explained he decided to come forward after people in his inner circle threatened to expose his status unless they were paid to stay silent. "I released myself from this prison today," Sheen said. He also confirmed a story of a sex worker who took cell phone pictures of his antiretroviral medications and threatened to sell it to tabloids. Sheen's doctor, Dr. Robert Huizenga, also appeared on the show and said the drugs were keeping the virus at an undetectable level, and confirmed Sheen does not have AIDS. The Wall Street star said he wasn't sure how he contracted HIV, but both his ex-wives, Denise Richards and Brooke Mueller, had known about his diagnosis for some time. Sheen has 5 children with 3 different women. The eldest, Cassandra Estevez, was born in 1984 to Sheen's former high school girlfriend Paula Speart. In 2013, he became a grandpa when Cassandra gave birth to her first child. In 2000, Sheen met his second wife, Denise Richards. The couple married in 2002 and share 2 daughters, Sammy, 19, and Lola, 17. They later divorced in 2006. Shortly after that, Sheen met and married Brooke Mueller and had twins with her, Max and Bob, 14. Their divorce was finalized in 2011 after the boys were removed from Sheen's home and Mueller obtained a restraining order against the actor. Sheen had previously been arrested in 2009 after Mueller called the police saying he had physically threatened her. He later pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor assault charge. In 2022, after a lengthy battle, Sheen and Mueller settled their child support case, agreeing to an undisclosed financial agreement. The Spin City star had previously requested his child support payments be reduced due to the change in his income. Sheen and Richards have also had their share of custody and financial disagreements over the daughters. In 2020, Sammy claimed she was trapped in an abusive household, potentially with Richards, though her social media post didn't specify which home she was living in at the time. In 2021, Sammy posted she was full of self-love after moving out of the abusive household. She also mentioned she dropped out of high school. Sheen seemed to confirm Sammy was living with him in a statement to Fox News Digital at the time. "Sam's amazing," Sheen said through his rep, Jeff Ballard. "I love her and all my children unconditionally. We're having a ball. Ged, here we come. After she turned 18, Sammy joined OnlyFans, a platform that allows creators to share and monetize content, which can be explicit. The Three Musketeers star did not initially approve of the action. She is 18 years now and living with her mother, Sheen told Fox News Digital via his publicist Ballard in June 2022. This did not occur under my roof. I do not condone this, but since I'm unable to prevent it, I urged her to keep it classy, creative and not sacrifice her integrity. Later, after Richards defended Sammy on her social media, Sheen changed his perspective. Denise has illuminated a variety of salient points that in my haste, I overlooked and dismissed, he said in a statement obtained by Fox News Digital. Now more than ever, it's essential that Sammy have a united parental front to rely upon, as she embarks on this new adventure. From this moment forward, she'll have it abundantly. This year, Sheen has 2 different television projects in the works. The first one announced was the series, Ramble On, a new dramedy from the creator of Entourage. According to Variety, the series will star Sheen and some Entourage alumni, including Kevin Connolly and Kevin Dillon, as themselves in a show about established stars looking for career reinvention, alongside aspiring performers looking to make their own name. Sheen is also reportedly set to appear in Laurie's new series for Max, 12 years after their feud over 2.5 Men. Deadline reports the series, titled How to Be a Bookie, will follow a bookie, comedian Sebastian Maniscalco, who is struggling to survive as sports gambling becomes legalized. In 2021, the now 57-year-old reflected on his actions during and after the 2.5 Men saga, calling him desperately juvenile. There was 55 different ways for me to handle that situation, and I chose number 56. And sir, you know, I think the growth for me post-meltdown or melt forward or melt somewhere. However you want to label it. It has to start with absolute ownership of my role in all of it, he told Yahoo Entertainment at the time. And it was desperately juvenile. I think it was drugs or the residual effects of drugs, he added. And it was also an ocean of stress and a volcano of disdain. Sheen appears to have remained sober since 2017 after previous relapses and struggles in the wake of his HIV diagnosis. He also noted that his complicated family relationships and divorces added to his stress, saying at the time, I had 4 children and went through 2 divorces in and around trying to navigate the landscape of being on the most popular show in the known universe, so it was a lot.